Hello YouTubers. Alright, so these are my other knives that I'm still in the process of getting ready for heat treat. Various designs that my dad, my son, and I have been working on coming up with. When I say that there are designs or that they're original, I mean obviously there's influences that we've gained by watching other people and seeing other knives on the web. But these aren't actual, like, intended copies. So let's talk about some of them. Alright, so this is the one that my son designed. Bowie style, recurve. Handle's a little small to fit his hand. But there was a little too much on top. It's a little too wide. CMP 3V. 2/16 of an inch, less than 0.2 of an inch. Decided to make that little cut there just to give it some character. It looked a little on the plain side. That was my change. Nice little pummel in the back, flat grind, and then convex at the edge. Should be a good cutter because it's nice and thick, nice and thin. And it's a good steel. 3V is a good steel. Nice lightweight. Here's a nice little knife here. Again, own design. Americanized tanto. Used the jig to make the grind. Came up fairly decent. Again, first time making these knives, so they're not perfect. Having a hard time making both sides the same, because these are done pretty much freehand or with a jig. And they're not perfect, but I'll make them perfect after, or I'll try to make them as perfect as possible after heat treat. The handle fits so nice. The swell here, perfect. 2 fingers in this hole. Finger choil here, thumb ramp, finger here. Still have a nice pummel. And with all my knives, the reverse grip is nice too. Very comfortable. Here's one where I tried to do a hollow grind, and with a 2-inch wheel it didn't work out. I started too high up. And I heard there's a way to work with this and bring it down, but I'm doing this freehand. And I can't believe how nice this came out, freehand. There was no way I was going to take a chance and screw it up and modify it and try to bring this grind mark down. So this is a double fuller or a double hollow grind. I had cut this out, realized that the wheel was too small, and then I added a second one down here. So, unique design. This here has obviously no function other than to make the knife lighter. Americanized tanto, chisel tip, very comfortable handle, 3V. Less than 0.2, maybe this is 0.2, 0.2, 3, oh no, 440C, sorry, 440C, and maybe a little more than 0.2 of an inch. Nice, comfortable pummel, nice, comfortable one. Another attempt at a freehand hollow grind. It didn't work out, okay? Whereas with this one here, it's pretty much straight and even. That was my maybe a second attempt or third attempt at making a hollow grind. This is my first or second. It's not even. Too deep here, too shallow here. I just totally ruined it. Again, it was American-sized tanto. A lot of the Americanized tantos have hollow grinds. The production knives started too high up, screwed it up. So this is a convex edge down here. I had to cut this edge up a little bit to make this thickness or this width the same, make it consistent. And I think it looks pretty neat. Again, has no function here. This hollow grind here has no function other than lighten the blade. If anything, this would be up here, would make more sense, but hey, I screwed it up. Changed the angle of the blade just to clean it up to make it look like it's intentional, but it's not. It was an accident. I still think it's a nice knife. Here it's the cold steel double agent type handle, copied from them. Has a nice nice handle, and I hear my phone ringing. Alright YouTube, I'm back. So, this is my attempt at a cold steel double agent. I thought the cold steel double agent was a little too short for my liking, so I kept their handle design. Has the same pommel as this one, same handle and pommel as this one. Only here, came out with a, I don't know, what would you call this? Bowie style, with a nice false edge or swoop or whatever, drop point. Love the grind marks. Here we've got a, zoom in, the pitted surface with some grind marks going up and down. And then the false, am I focusing? Come on, focus. Camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Grind marks here are horizontal, with somewhat of a high polish here, which I did by hand. This has to be sent back to heat treat. Hopefully I get to keep the grind marks. Now if you notice, it would be very difficult for me to polish this out if I wanted to at this stage, because then it would affect both top and bottom grinds, which is why you want to work on this first. My dad designed this one, kind of looks like a kitchen knife, but it actually feels really good in the hand. Of course, all chefs need a sharp point to defend themselves in case something happens in the by the salad bar. They might need to defend themselves. That's a joke. Very comfortable in the hand, 440C, 0.3. It's got that funky pattern that I did with the grinding disc. Back here actually feels kind of nice, grippy, not rough. This one came out pretty good. My father saw this one, he said he wants the grind marks. Some people like the grind marks, some people don't. Some people like the high polish, which is, it's far from there, but it's getting that. It's getting there. This is only, I think, a 220 or 320. It's not mirror yet. Oh, look at that. With 320. It's got a mirror finish. Almost. It's getting there. Okay, another of my dad's designs. Sharp edge here, full flat grind. This was sticking out, so I flattened it out, ended up with a cool looking triangle. I was just a fuller here, practicing my fullers, also to lighten the blade. I was just playing around with the drill press, because this is going to get covered with a handle anyway. So not only does this lighten the blade, but I was also practicing coming up with some sort of a pattern. I'll have some sort of power cord tying it between here and here. With Gavco's magnet idea, which I have another video, I was able to do a taper tang. Came out pretty good, thanks to Mike's idea of using the magnet to hold the knife, the steel in place. So the pommel is not flat, it's somewhat triangular. The sides aren't parallel there. My dad's design, it'll get cleaned up after heat treat. I'm sure it's going to look like a wicked looking knife. Another knife I made for myself. Very comfortable, Americanized Tanto. Full flat grind. It's going to be convex later. Again, I like this style handle. Very comfortable in the hand when you have this style of handle. 2 fingers go in here. 1 finger in there, your pinky goes in there, and you still have room for a pommel. Alright guys, thanks.